Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside the War Lodge here. It's a Tuesday night showdown as the Sequoyah Chiefs defend their home floor against the Lassiter Trojans in a region matchup with big implications. Let's take a look at the matchup. On the home side, Sequoyah comes in with a 13-9 overall record, sitting third in the region at 8-3, ranked 46th in the state of Georgia. The Chiefs are led by one of the most complete players on the floor, Carly Bass, who pours in 19.7 points per game, grabs 6.1 rebounds, and adds 2.5 assists, impacting the game on both ends. Defensively, Sequoyah thrives on pressure with Jaden Welchel averaging 3.1 steals per game while shooting on an efficient 54% from the field. The Chiefs squad likes to play fast, force turnovers, and feed off the energy off their home crowd. On the other side, Lassiter enters the night 11-11 overall, 4-7 in region play, ranked 140th in the state. The Trojans are powered by senior leader Sophie Hortman, who averages 16.9 points per game while also leading the team in assists at 2.9 and steals 2.8. Inside, Claire McKinney anchors the paint with 7.4 rebounds per game, giving Lassiter's a strong interior presence. The Trojans will look to control the tempo, value possessions, and get consistent scoring from their veteran core. So tonight, we've already played this matchup before. You know, the Chiefs played the Trojans and started off a little slow. And, you know, the Trojans kind of rallied a good comeback there at the end just to gain some momentum at the end, albeit for nothing, as the Chiefs still walked away with a victory there. But kind of just, you saw what you wanted to see if you were a Trojans fan there at the end of the game, especially there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It was a great matchup last time. The last game between the Sequoyah Chiefs and the Lassiter Trojans. It was a thriller at Lassiter. Came down to the wire. The Chiefs kind of held dominance throughout the whole game, and then towards the end, the Lady Trojans made a charge to bring the game close and to be a high-pressure situation that the Chiefs narrowly walked away from. Like the tale of the tape said, the Chiefs really feed off the home crowd and feed off great high effort and high energy plays. So I think the keys of this game come down to the Sequoyah Chiefs defensive production. I think how many steals can Jaden Welchel get? How many blocks can Layla Thomas and Carly Bass get? And I mean, what defense will we run tonight? Will it be a 1-3-1 zone, a 3-2 or 2-3? I think it really comes down to how much defensive pressure we could force onto the Trojans tonight and what that leads to. I think that offensive production has been a big factor in these games. If the team is scoring, then nobody can beat us. If the Sequoyah Chiefs are scoring and putting up over 70 points like we've done many times this season, we have not lost at all. So I think tonight it comes down to how much effort the Chiefs can put in to get this W.
You know, my favorite thing about this Chiefs squad is how active they are in passing lanes. Just being able to kind of feel whenever the ball is going to come their way and just kind of step in, take it, and then they get a quick two on the other end. I think that's been my favorite thing that I've seen from the Lady Chiefs this year, especially losing a lot of your production. They took that with no steps back. I mean, they're coming full speed, and every single possession is they're getting points off the turnovers. So I think that's a really easy way, especially if you're trying to look to keep building on a young team, which the Lady Chiefs are. I think that it's a really great thing that they're establishing defense as one of their main key characteristics early on with the young core that they have.
Yeah, absolutely. I think after last year with the loss of many senior starters that had lots of production, Coach Yarbrough and the coaches did a seamless and great job transitioning into this new team, into this new style of defense that just swarms other teams and overwhelms them with pressure. I think Coach Jack and Coach Yarbrough and the coaching staff implemented the Hard Hat Award, which rewards defensive stats. And I think that has been a key difference in the team's defensive effort, and it has made a difference in lots of games. So can't wait to see who that does to tonight as we get ready for the national anthem and the introduction of the starting lineups here at Teacher Appreciation Night in the War Lodge.
Here's our Now, here's the starting lineup for your Sequoyah Lady Chiefs. Number 1, a junior, Number 11, a junior, Number 12, a freshman, Number 23, a sophomore, and number 30, a junior, Annie K. The ladies teams are coached by Taylor Kane, Tony Hub, Asher Kazowski, and head coach Chris Armstrong.
Harper Kofer with a strong drive, can't get it to go, but great action early in this game.
They tried to get a nice little pick and pop right there, going early, but decided to take the matchup down low. It's a good decision.
Number 4, Gabby Mayer fires the 3 from downtown, makes it Lady Trojans up 3 early.
It's a tough shot right there. Baseline drive, going back underneath, and you got to switch to your left to try to throw it up there off the glass. It's a tough shot. Lassiter early using a lot of that pick and roll action there. The Chiefs get active in that passing lane, knock that one away.
Great job by Harper Kofer to deflect that, and Carly to be in the right place to catch that. That leads to the turnover. Casing with a deep 3, just a little off the mark. Chiefs electing to play defense in a man situation here.
Lassiter seems to want to keep this one in a slow-paced ball game here, just kind of trying to set up on offense, get their good sets up.
Great vertical, no-foul defense by Harper Kofer right there. Beck, just a little off the mark. Welchel with a great deflection. Lets the defense set up and everybody get down the court. That's something you really need to watch out for tonight. Jaden Welchel had a great season, but specifically her defense has been extraordinary. She's causing turnovers for these Sequoyah Chiefs that are leading to buckets for everyone. Plays start on defense, and Welchel has been a big part of that for the Lady Chiefs.
Going to be a reach in there.
Yep.
Just on the hole, didn't get the ball all the way. I think that's what they're going to say there.
Seems as though Casing went for the jump ball and couldn't quite get it, kind of nicked the person.
Lassiter early, whenever they get in that pick and roll, they seem to, they're not having any sort of pop motion off of it and just an errant pass there, but they don't have any pop motion out of it. They're kind of just running a straight up pick and roll, especially it's not as effective whenever you move inside the arc as well. So whenever they're running it from the top of the free throw line there, inside the wing, and it's just not working.
Yeah, but these Lady Chiefs are doing an exceptional job being aware of passing lanes, keeping their eyes up and not just glued on the person that they're defending. That's a product of great coaching right there. The Chiefs need to keep that up in order to.
Here's that same isolation you saw earlier.
Great defense by Beck.
Just a little miss on the connection right there. She thought she was going to sit down right there in the paint. Took a drive towards the wing.
Great defense by Bass to not commit a foul. Keep her hands vertical there.
The Chiefs they're staying very vertical, playing great defense, especially down low on this team that's trying to get in. They're trying to get foul calls and drive in. They're doing a great job of keeping their hands up, though.
There we go. Casey with a great layup. Sees her defender in misposition, goes right by her and gets to the hoop. That's exactly what you need to see if you're Sequoyah. Take advantage of the opportunities the Lassiter defense is giving you. That's what they did so well in the first matchup, and that's what they need to resume to do here tonight.
Great job by Bass right there just to stick that hand out right in that passing lane. The same isolation action, man.
That's money so far. If Kofer can keep her down, trapped in a box, a little errant pass by Bass leads to the turnover. 2-on-1 situation.
Great defense right there, just not the fouler. You have a
foul called on the Trojans. Potentially on the box out, kind of wrapped around and got her. Chiefs subbing in Height here. Maybe electing to go for a different offensive philosophy early in this one.
Yeah, I think that what they're kind of seeing early is that they're not trying to shoot many threes, and they're really just trying to get into the paint and shoot high contested shots currently that are just layups. So you're probably going to see more of this.
Yeah, that was a great action off the roll. Just got a little tied up by Layla Thomas, but that's what you want to see early, as Bass's three is just a little off. Great rebound by Thomas. Back out to Rogers. It's good. Great offensive rebound by Thomas led to that production right there. That's what you want to see if you're the Sequoyah Chiefs. Be active, not only on defense like they are, but also on offense.
And that's a great sign, too, because that's one of your really young girls that you're seeing that's kind of come on in the last couple of games.
Yeah, absolutely. Her three-point percentage has been absolutely clutch for the Sequoyah Chiefs. She's really come into her own as of late on the basketball court for the Sequoyah Chiefs, and she's been a clutch player.
Kind of just a weird foul right there against Bass. Not being penalized against Bass, just on Bass.
Yeah, that's a great drive by Welchel. Great athleticism there. Little stutter step, gets to her spot, jump stop, goes up strong. Nobody's stopping that. That's a great take. Contested three, off the mark for the Trojans. Rebound by Thomas. Bass finds Welchel. Three, little's too strong. Thomas with the rebound, though. Deflected off her. Trojans ball.
Early on, Lassiter's offense looks to be a little stagnant to me. They don't seem to have much depth going on in what they're running. Maybe that's because they're not calling plays, but I mean, either you're just getting a single pick and roll or you got to post up down low, and that seems to be the only thing they're going to. Yeah. Especially early. You saw the same post up down low to the same person on 2 out of 3 possessions.
Yeah, absolutely.
So maybe that's something they saw in film. They thought they could get to work in, but hasn't worked early here.
Great defense by Bass to deflect that as 2 Lady Chiefs get tied up on their own. Bass with a kick out to Beck. Open three. It's good.
And that was a great find right there. Just going in, sees that you don't have the layup, but you're able to whip it out to the three-point line. And that shooter was wide open and able to knock that one down.
Yeah, I mean, great job by Bass identifying that mismatch situation. It was kind of one versus the whole team there, and she drove to the baseline, saw the team collapse on her, saw her girls come behind her in open lanes and just dished it out to a great shooter in Addie K. Beck. Put it up strong, and she was money from 3. That's exactly what you'd like to see if you're the Sequoyah Chiefs. So far, this score, 10-3, is reminiscent of the last time the Sequoyah Chiefs played the Lassiter Trojans. But last time, the Lady Chiefs let the Trojans sneak back into it and make it a close game. And I'd be interested All right, keep an eye out to see if they'll do that again.
I'd be interested to see next year on this possession if Lassiter changes up anything they're doing offensively.
Yeah, that was a great find. But even better defense by Thomas there.
Just gets that one just rejected down there, pulled away.
Great find again to back. Swing it to Rogers. It's good. She's 2 for 2. That's money.
And that was a great job right there. Kind of the same thing. Saw Bass get in there, drive down to the paint. And whenever she's not making an impact scoring, she's making an impact when she passes that ball out to the shooter in the corner. Has to kick in to protect her. And then
great defense by Rogers there. Gets the shooter off her spot. Allows for the Chiefs to get that turnover. As the ball is out of bounds off of the Trojans. Chiefs inbound to throw in here. Welchel comes in for Bass. Rogers from deep.
that was a heat check right there.
It's just a little off, but great effort. Beck fields the, I guess, rebound in a way. What would that be considered, Charlie? Turnover?
Which one? That one right there?
The loose ball. Anyways, side out. Inbound for the Sequoyah Chiefs as senior Sloan McGean comes in the game.
Depth is being shown early here for the Chiefs.
Absolutely.
It's just a bad pass there. She has the leverage inside right in front of her. If you're going to throw that one, it's just got to be a little higher. I like the idea, though, having the mismatch down low.
Yeah, that was good defensive positioning by number 40 on the Trojans to get in the way of that pass and get it. As she then goes down the coast and gets the offensive production. Definitely something to look out for last game. Number 40 and number 44 for the Trojans had a big impact scoring-wise. As
do they count it?
I don't think so.
I think they're just going to say that was on
the floor.
The floor. I think.
However, great drive by Casey. Good job drawing the foul. Fouls are definitely something to consider here in this game, as the Lady Trojans have 3 so far in this quarter. Rogers, just a little off. Great effort, though.
Carly Bass checked back in the game. And they are switching the ball screens.
Yeah, that's definitely something to keep an eye on, whether the Chiefs are switching or are not switching off the ball screens, as Coach Yarborough almost hits the refs and, animation of his opinion.
He really thought that one was off the Trojans there.
You know, you love a coach who advocates for his team.
A deep one.
3. Just too much off the iron there for number 4. Bass's eyes up as she slows down the play and lets the Lady Chiefs set something up here.
I think that's from Coach Yarborough telling him that they want the last shot here. You got 10 seconds left in this quarter.
Absolutely. I'd be looking to get the shot in the hands of Welchel here or Bass. Just a little much, but that's a good shot.
It's a good look there to end out the quarter. You wanted to end it with a 3 or a 2 from one of your better players. I think that's what they did. They got a wide open look. They thought they had it. It's a good shot. After one here, the score is 13-5 in favor of the Chiefs. Any thoughts here, Colt?
Yeah, I mean, the Chiefs are absolutely overwhelming the Lassiter women Trojans' offensive capabilities, and the score reflects that. I mean, the Trojans are they're not making threes, and they're getting blocked and they're getting rejected down low by Kofer and Bass and everybody else who's in the lanes with their hands up. The Chiefs are playing, they're not committing fouls, and they're playing great basketball, which is just leading to turnovers, which is leading to offensive productions. If I'm the Sequoyah Chiefs, you need to take advantage of what the Lassiter defense is giving you. You cannot throw bad shots up and waste offensive possessions, and you need to take advantage every time you're able to. Charlie, any thoughts personally for you?
Early on here, I think exactly what we said pregame is what's been happening. I mean, the Chiefs have just been really, really active in those passing lanes. And the Trojans' offense has looked pretty stagnant. They're not running much off-ball motion at all. Here's some off-ball motion, but didn't do anything with it because he passed it to the shooter at half court.
44's three is just a little short.
Oh, no,
Very
that
short.
was not a foul.
Yeah, Casing, great effort to swarm to that ball. Jump ball called. Timeout called, pardon me, by Coach Yarbrough. Good use of a timeout to keep possession there, not use a jump ball.
But again, I mean, the Trojans just started using some off-ball motion right there. They got an open shooter at the three-point line, catch and shoot opportunity, just left it short. But, I mean, you got to see more of that. You can't just run pick and roll the entire time, especially when they're switching it like they are, because they're not respecting your size. They don't think that you can finish over these smaller defenders. And early on, the Trojans haven't been. So,
sure, that's definitely a factor, but I really liked how the Sequoyah Chiefs switch, even without, like, you saw Bass switch onto the open person who flashed to the top of the key to get the ball. I think these coaches for the Chiefs, Lady Chiefs, have done a great job watching film. Shot clock not working. Have done a great job watching film and telling their players what they need to look out for, and that is a result of that. So definitely keep an eye on the Sequoyah Chiefs' defensive movement, not only on the ball, which is so great, but also off the ball. That leads to these turnovers, and it leads to the Sequoyah Chiefs being in the right place at the right time to get the turnovers, their hands in the passing lanes, poke the ball out.
I feel like every move here by the Chiefs is just very intentional.
Yeah, absolutely. Bass from three, just a little off. As she gets the rebound, and another chance at it, just way off, a little too strong. Welch's pass is too strong.
It's a little too much there. Got a couple good looks there, though. Especially from three, the second chance opportunity, being able to pick up your own rebound, get a good look at it. Just a tough shot, though. Picking it up right there, having to stop in the corner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trips over the ball there. No call. And a jump ball is called.
Jump ball's called. Should be the Chiefs' possession here.
It is. A lot of movement here for the Chiefs.
Yeah, something definitely to note here for the Sequoyah Chiefs is they seem to run a lot of offense from flashing up to the free throw line, as you can see Lydia Rogers doing right now. It draws defenders out of their spots. I'm sure Coach Yarbrough drew that up. Kofor from deep, just a little too much. Hits the back of the rim. But as I was saying, the off-ball movement is good because they draw people out of their positions and let the people without the ball move to get into the open spots they need to have open shots.
Finds a man down low.
Welchels.
That's a really good attempt there, too.
Yep, absolutely. As Casing's pass to Bass down low is a little too strong and deflects off her hands.
A lot of really good looks here, especially early.
Absolutely. You love to see the continuity by the Chiefs sticking with the man defense.
And what's really good to see here is that even when the offense, you're not hitting the shots that you want to, your defense is really still keeping you in it.
Wow, late foul call by our. That lets the Lassiter Trojans go to the line for the first time of the night here.
First one's just a little off.
That's number 22, Rose Nolan, to the line. Misses both, I believe.
No, she made the second.
Made one, missed one, I believe. It's great for the Sequoyah Chiefs. Quick passing for the Chiefs. Another errant pass by Welchel, just a little too strong. I feel like these Chiefs, what do you think's going on right now offensively, Charlie?
A little too much lifting weights is what it's seeming like early. No, they're trying to do too much whenever they get the rock. They're, instead of keeping it simple, they're trying to push pace too much, which leads to those errant throws. Right there, that was a good pass, just a little too strong, but just simplify it down a little bit because you're getting open looks. They're getting a little worried, and they're rushing stuff. And I think that's what's your main problem is.
Absolutely. I think that's absolutely a correct analysis here. I think the Sequoyah Chiefs gave themselves a bit of a cushion in the first quarter to where they do not have to put the pressure on themselves offensively. They dominate. Help defense from Kate. That was great help defense, but the Trojans seem to be in the correct spot at the correct time in order to get that rebound. But, yeah. Oh. Welchel with a physical drive. Out to Beck. Just a little off the mark. As I was saying,
Chiefs are not having much success from the three-point line tonight outside of a couple of them, but
yeah,
that should be a moving screen.
Yeah, great job.
They're getting there right there. That gets called whenever she throws those arms out. The full extension of those two forearms right there is what got that called. Her feet were set. It was a good screen. Honestly, you just can't. If you're the Trojans, you can't have the double forearm going out and the player bouncing off of it. It's just going to get called every single time whenever you see that extension.
Absolutely. Fun fact, a common misconception about screens is if your feet are planted, you can do whatever, but that's actually not the case because you cannot flinch your upper body, Great find. Great find. Just a little off the mark, but that's a great pass down to Rogers. As the Trojans get an open two-point look.
Chiefs are looking to push here.
Yeah, they need to answer with a bucket of their own. As Bass drives in and gets fouled.
And honestly, if you're the Chiefs, that's what you need more of. We need more drives to the basket. That's where your success has come from early on is drive to the basket. Oh, three collapse in on you. Throw it out to the three-point line, get an even more open look from three. But you got to get more cuts to the basket.
Yeah, I think that's true in all their games. Great cut. Great cut by Welchel. Great find by Rogers. Leads to a wide-open bucket there. That's great basketball IQ right there to see two people go out to the corner to guard Thomas, and Welchel's like, okay, I'll just go down to the block. Wide open layup, and a great job by Thomas to get that pass down low. Good job closing out by the Sequoyah Chiefs. Leads to number 12 for the Trojans to three-point shot to be a little off. Rogers from the corner. It's good.
And, man, she has been on fire tonight.
Absolutely. 3 for 6 on her threes, and that is a great, great place to be. 3 for 5, according to my partner here. Great job for Rogers. Number 4's three-point attempt, very short, leads to Welchel to get an athletic rebound and charge down the court. Rogers kicks it to Thomas, deflects it to Bass. Her three, very deep, just a little strong, very strong, way off the mark. As Lassiter answers with a fast charge of their own. Thomas with a good effort, but leads to Lassiter rebound. Their shot's a little off. Oh, and Rogers couldn't grab the ball. Leads to the Trojans getting the ball. And the pace getting slowed down once again.
I think Ella Casing just subbed in.
Yep, for Bass.
I'm going to get 12 there with a block.
Trojans baseline inbound. Great job by number 1 for the Trojans to identify Thomas with the help defense and to kick it back out to the open girl. in the lane that leads to a nice wide open shot. Thomas loses the ball but flicks it up to back. Finds Casing for the three. It's just a little off the mark.
Have a trap in the backcourt here.
Absolutely, you like to see that. But the Chiefs could be vulnerable to that. Great job by Casing.
Just saw that one right there.
Absolutely, like a safety in the NFL. Just saw that, read the eyes of the quarterback, and was right there. Great pass by Welchel to Beck. Made the two. Rolled in through the front.
And that was amazing ball movement right there. Just got the kick out back to the three-point line. Had three, chase, back down to the block. Easy two.
10-second violation for the Lassiter Trojans. You don't see that called too often, but leads to a turnover benefiting the Sequoyah Chiefs, and you love to see it as Bass, McGee, and somebody else subs in for the Lady Chiefs. Lassiter Trojans seem to be primarily sticking with the same lineup this whole game, which is polar opposite to the Sequoyah Chiefs' offensive philosophy thus far in this game.
Saw the little ghost screen right there.
Yeah, that was a great find by Casing to keep the ball and not hand it off to Bass there and potentially get a turnover, but she dished it down low, and Kofer went up strong with it and got fouled even stronger, but she's sent to the line for two.
Again, that's exactly what we've been saying this entire time. That whenever the Chiefs drive in, they have success right there. Being able to find your man down low after the drive. Just to be able to create free throw opportunities again is just something that we've been needing to see out of this Chiefs offense.
Mm-hmm. Kofer seems a little banged up in the ankle potentially as she hobbles off the court. Chiefs seem to be going with this press, or with a press here. Abandoning the man defense that has been working so well for them. The zone does leave them vulnerable to deep passes towards the Chiefs' basket.
You want to get that double. That's the whole point of it. Oh, just couldn't control the pass. So whenever you go full court like that, you want to get a double on the ball, especially towards the sideline. So they were waiting for the right time to be able to get that double team. Unfortunately, leads to them scrambling on defense and leading up that three.
Yeah, steal attempt by Bass leaves one with a wide open attempt. Off-ball foul called on Layla Thomas.
Baseline out here.
Mm-hmm. Great defense. Unfortunately, just a little mismatch there.
Gave up the inside position there. Got boxed out on the post. That was a good find right there for the Trojans.
Absolutely, but that was a definite size advantage there for the Trojans. She went up strong and made that shot.
Three a little handsy there.
Strong drive for Welchel. Threw foul and threw it up and made the basket. That's what you love to see if you're the Sequoyah Chiefs. Let your athlete go to work. Great defense by McGee, called for the foul.
Main thing there, just got a little too much of the arm. I think hands were up, would have been clean. Just a little too much. Great defense, though, just being able to keep that low post control. Force up a tough shot.
Yep. As 44's first free throw is a little off the mark. Free throw, pardon me.
8 seconds remaining, so the Chiefs are going to want to go quick no matter the result of this free throw.
Good rebound by Rogers.
Going for a drive in.
Oh, her shot's just a little off the mark. at the top of the backboard as that closes out the half. Your Sequoyah Chiefs 24, Lassiter Trojans 17.
We'll be back with you in a moment.
Welcome back to another half of Sequoyah Chiefs basketball here at the War Lodge. As we resume, your Sequoyah Chiefs are up by 7. Yeah. Yep, nailed it. Up by 7 going into the half. Sequoyah Chiefs seem to be going back to the man defense that served them so well in the first half. That is something you'd like to see. Abandoning the full court press, that could have been just because of the time restraints, but here we are. Back to the action. Already an increase in off-ball movement offensively for the Lassiter Trojans as Bass gets a takeaway. Dribbling strong, finds Beck. And then off the hands of Welchel. Same story as last half, just a little too strong pass, whipping it in there. Like we said, the Chiefs have a comfortable cushion of 7 points. Well, it was more at the time, and they do not need to be whipping these passes in there, but seems like that's what they're doing. Chiefs need to slow it down. Cannot avoid turnovers, no matter how much you're up. Need to get buckets. Well, that's the name of the game anyways, I suppose. Open cutter. Beck finds her. That shot's way off. Bass gets the rebound.
It's just a kind of a bad shot there, just throwing it up with 2 hands, not even really looking at the basket. Your back's turned to it.
Absolutely. As Bass finds Casing, her shot's a little off. Thomas goes up strong for the rebound, gets fouled on the way up. She's at the line for 2. Thomas is a great shooter. You'd love to see her at the line to get these points. First one's a little off. Didn't mean to jinx her. Fouls were a factor in the last half for the Lassiter Trojans. You do not want to see that repeated. Well, you do if you're a Sequoyah Chiefs fan, but you don't when you're a Lassiter Trojans fan.
Good job going 1 for 2 there, just splitting them there at the line. Main thing that you want to see here, though, for the Chiefs is continuing to stay active on defense, especially knowing if you have to switch or not. Don't want to leave any of these shooters wide open at the three-point line and giving the Lassiter Trojans an easy way back in this game.
Yeah, the Chiefs seem to be, well, one-shotted finger roll layup. That was nowhere absolutely near the basket. Did not quite go in as Bass is physically attacked on the way to the drive, but gets the kick out to Casing, loops it around as she seems to set up an offensive play. Chiefs seem to be starting some sort of play. Casing from the corner. Just a little too left off the iron.
Great job by Casing just to go up right over the defender there. It was a good shot, just slightly off.
Yep, absolutely. Good effort by Bass to get in the passing lane, but great block by Beck. Gets it out of there. That's a Trojans inbound play as Beck ties her shoes and they slow up play. Lets the defense get into the
And that was a great job there of Beck. I don't know if you saw it, but just maintaining inside position so they couldn't get that pass down to her. And when she rotated up towards the free throw line, got the ball, she did a great job of transitioning from that up position to go down towards the basket on the block, defend the block, get the hands up, and just knock that ball away.
Absolutely. Deep 3 for Beck. It's good. Let's not forget that play started with Layla Davis with a great rebound there that allowed the Sequoyah Chiefs to get the turnover, get down the court, and for Beck to get a triple.
There you saw the versatility, just being able to go down on defense, make an impact, and then give you 3 right back on the offensive side of the ball.
Great effort by number 1 for the Trojans to get that turnover, pokes it out of the hands, rolls off to Thomas Davis. Layla's feet as the Trojans go to inbound the ball.
Shot clock issue there.
Of course. Takes it over the top of Welchel. 1's 3 is a little too strong. 44 gets the rebound. Back right out to 1. Finds 22. Bass is there. Back to 1 again.
You know, that's what she's good at. Taking the 3 when it's there, but being able to just drive in and pull in a lot of defenders when she's coming
great
inside.
Ball fake by number 22, but Thomas rolled down and played a great help defense, but once again the Trojans got the ball back. Trojans find an open man in number 4. Her shot's just a little off, and Thomas with another great rebound. That has been the name of this third quarter so far. The Chiefs need to set the tone for the rest of the game in this quarter. Thomas's 3 is just a little off. As Beck gets in there and fights for the jump ball, stays on the Chiefs side. Beck to inbound the ball.
Great job there, not only of tying up the ball handler there, but to be able to pull with the ball just to create that travel so you get the jump ball call.
Great ball handling by Welchel. Leads to a good find. Thomas went up strong and was fouled over the back. Back to the line for 2 for Thomas. This has not been a high-scoring quarter so far, with the Sequoyah Chiefs scoring 5 points and the Lassiter Trojans scoring approximately 0. With a great interception and takeaway by Beck, leads to a turnover. Casing to Bass. Bass drives, double-teamed, kicked it out to Welchel, great find. Back to Casing. Just a little too much, but Beck's in the right place at the right time, and that's 2.
Timeout here for the Trojans, trying to stop the bleeding. 4 minutes and 26 seconds is the time, 32-17.
Rogers and Kofer check in.
And the Chiefs show you the strengths of every single facet of the game right there. Defensively, getting the blocks. Offensively, hitting that open 3, getting inside, driving inside into the lane, getting fouled, going to the line, making some free throws. I mean, that's exactly what you want to see if you're the Chiefs here, especially driving in and pulling in so many defenders that you're swinging the rock to open shooters. And when you're missing your three-point shots, you're getting your own rebounds and you're going back up for second chance points. So this has really been a great quarter for the Chiefs to push this run even a little further.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you'd love to see Bass you'd love to see the team's leading scorer score, which she hasn't done quite yet this game. However, they are doing a great job distributing the ball, distributing the points. All across the board, it looks pretty even, and that's what you want to see. Great scoring all around for all your players as Lassiter mounts the ball and brings it up the court. Chiefs seem to be reverting back to the 2-3 defense zone. One with the open 3. It's good. That's the weakness of his zone, wouldn't you say, Charlie?
I would agree. That was a great pass. And, I mean, just putting it right on the money so she can go straight into her shot, not too high to where she's got to corral it. And she's a great shooter, so she's probably going to hit that if you leave her open.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a saying, shoot him out of his zone for a reason. Great three-point teams. I would not defend with his zone. Wow, great takeaway by Kofer. She gets aggressive and gets that ball.
And honestly, right there at the top of the key, that was a great combo just to kind of size her up, go inside, and get inside position as well, just to get up underneath and lay that one in. Just couldn't get it to roll in.
Moving screen once again. Like we said earlier, feet were planted, as the Lassiter player seems to believe, but the upper body was checking, which, as we just explained earlier, you cannot do. Refs are going to call that every single time. Great roll. Pick and roll play. Kofer seems to be hit strong, but doesn't quite get the foul call. Staying here, Chiefs baseline, Beck to inbound. That's great action. You saw Bass get the ball at the top of the key. 2 Lassiter defenders swarmed to her, leaving Kofer wide open on the roll down there. Just dishes her the ball. Kofer's 3 is just a little short, but great rebound by Welchel. Puts it up strong, and it's good.
And that's a really tough shot right there. Being able to rebound it, back turn to the basket, and just go up strong just to throw that one in off the board.
Absolutely. We always say that she's very athletic, but don't underestimate her strength. She'll get inside just as 44 and Addie Kate Beck were doing down low right there, battling for position, which draws a foul on Addie Kate, which could have gone either way in my opinion. However, don't underestimate Jaden Welchel's brand of basketball of being dominant, being physical, just putting the ball in the hoop. Trojans seem to be going back to that action, trying to get number 1. Open looks at threes. That one was a little off, but it's definitely something I would revisit if I was the Lassiter Trojans because it seems to be their best way of offense. I'm unaware of what the call was. Seemed like number 1 for the Trojans dove on the ball. Maybe it was out of bounds on the Chiefs player.
He's saying no call, it's his time. Something about the clock and that it's going to be the Trojans' ball. But he said it was his time. Something a clock issue.
Alrighty then. Seems like a free jump ball for the Lassiter Trojans, but who are we to judge? We're not the refs. Well, we are, but this ain't CYB. Errant pass for the Trojans player. She seems to be shaming herself for that one. And, yeah, Bass checks back in for Welchel as the Chiefs start another offensive possession. Casing with nice dribble moves.
It's a great spin
Can't
move
get it
there.
to go, but yeah, a great spin move. She felt the weight of her defender, and she handled it beautifully. Nice pull-up jumper for 1. Can't get it to go. Defended by Bass. Foul called on number 1 as she aggressively goes in and tries to get the takeaway. Contact on the hand, though, as number 12 for the Lassiter Trojans comes to sub in, I imagine, for number 1 because of the high amount of fouls. Yep. That is a big disadvantage, though. Number 1 for the Lassiter, Portman provides a lot of offensive and defensive production, which is something they're definitely going to be lacking without her, especially being down by 14 with 1 minute and 50 seconds left in this quarter. Thomas backs down her defender, gets blocked, but that's a great idea, great effort.
It's a great job by the Trojans there, just getting that double team to close out on her. It's a lot of hands in the area.
Davies, excuse me. Once again, Davies with a great job getting her hand in the passing lane. Deflects that pass. Bass drives hard and draws the foul. Going to the line for 2.
Great job right there, just getting inside. Trying to go to the floater. Gets fouled. Still gets the shot up with a decent look. First free throws of the night.
As number 13, senior Sloan McGee comes in for Lydia Rogers.
Both free throws go down.
Trojans seem to be pushing the pace here, believing that there's something for them in that. As Welchel goes up and gets it deflected. McGee's 3 is good. Great job fielding that pass, going up strong with a shot, confident, and draining it. That's what you love to see out of your senior leader, Sloan McGee, on this court. Once again, Trojans seem to be trying to work that. Pardon me, they seem to be trying to work that play like they were doing for number 1, as number 3 draws an injury to the eye area of some sorts. Number 1 subs back in for 3. Yeah, seemed to be poked in the eye. Hope she's doing all right. Well, she's not, but I hope she does better. As Welchel brings up the ball to start the Chiefs' offensive possession here. Double screen action at the top. Lets Welchel work. Finds McGee. Kicked it to Beck. 3. It's money.
And that's to push the Chiefs' lead to 22 points here in the third quarter.
Absolutely. Chiefs defense swarming the Trojans offense as Davis gets a takeaway. Welchel finds Bass. Her 3 is a little short. Great effort, though, by Beck on the rebound. Welchel finds McGee. Her 3 just a little off again. Beck trying for the rebound right off of the Lassiter Trojan player. Great effort by Beck to catch the ball, throw it off their player. That's professional level stuff, folks. Ball staying down here. With 1.5 seconds left in this quarter, the Chiefs need to do something fast here.
If I'm the Chiefs here, I want to get some sort of move to the basket instead of a three. It's a higher percentage look, but they're going to go for the floater.
Bass drives hard.
They're going to count it. Yep, they did count it. That was a great job just driving in. You know, she didn't get flustered by the time and take that deep three. She drove in, got to her shot, threw it up. Teardrop floater right there.
Absolutely. Back in my day when I was a player, I would have just caught the ball and chucked it up there and hoped and prayed it went in, but there's a reason why she's on the court and I'm not, so you love to see that, folks. And don't worry, folks, Charlie's a worse basketball player than me. It's always interesting here during these quarter breaks with such a big deficit to look at the mood and the attitude of the coaches and see how they're talking to their players. It could just be a personality thing, but based on my analysis, Coach Yarbrough seems cool, calm, and collected, discussing with his players rather than yelling at them, opposite of the Lassiter coach who seems to be commanding her players to do better and get better, which they need to do in order to close the deficit of this game. We'll see how that talk rallied her players as we begin this half with a side out for the Sequoyah Chiefs. Trojans seem to be running a zone defense. Great screen by Beck, but 44 closes down, gets the block on Davis and the turnover.
That's a great block right there. Coming from the
Absolutely.
backside, that's not an easy play to make, and just getting the whole hand on it. Not fouling.
Yeah, absolutely. And once again, that was a good find by number one. You see the mismatch there, number 22, who's considerably bigger than number one, Ella Casing, and a mismatch in size there as Davis finds Bass for the three. It's a little too strong with the Trojans get the rebound. Almost travel there, but doesn't call it right in front of the referee. As one for the Trojans, Hortman gets the ball back and attempts to run the offense through her once again. Great deflection by Welchel. Davis with another takeaway. Casing pushing the pace, finds Welchel. Takes her time, goes up beautifully and makes the shot. That's something you love to see right there, wouldn't you say, Charlie?
I do. I do love to see that. Just not being rushed. Again, just pump fake, send them flying. Easy two.
Absolutely. That's good awareness to know your defender's crashing down on you when three for the Trojans, throws up a miracle three right in front of Welchel's face. You can't have that around here. She's a great defender. Gets it deflected. Beck called for a foul down there while scrapping for the rebound.
Seems to be called
Lassiter.
for a hold, I think.
Yeah, Lassiter's ball to inbound. Corner three wide open. It's a little off. Deflected right into Beck's hands. Oh. As they advance the ball, Welchel has it. Eyes up looking. Picked up her dribble, but Bass seemed to be able to field it. Surveying the defense, setting something up for the Sequoyah Chiefs.
Probably want to get some sort of drive here.
Yep, absolutely.
Especially with the mismatch. Bass is significantly taller than the primary defender.
Yep. You got to be thinking that. But seems like they're still sticking with the offensive plan and setting up some sort of play. Casing working back to the middle. Her shot's a little off. Davis's shot is also a little off. As one advances the ball and brings it up the court. Ball back to one as she drives to the baseline. Davis is there with the defense, but she gets it as
it's going to be a delay of game because she tapped the ball after it went through the hoop.
which I believe is a warning the first time.
Correct.
Yep, so no repercussions of that action quite yet, but if it keeps up, is it a technical or just a foul, Charlie?
It's a tech.
Yep, you don't want to keep doing that. Is that a foul in the NBA, Charlie?
No, it's a tech. It's an immediate tech.
Oh, immediate tech. Yeah, they should be aware. Bass finds Davis, back out to Welchel. Little off. But Chiefs defense swarming off the rebound. 2v1 down here. Yep. Wow, great effort by Bass to deflect that. Even though it's not the Chiefs' ball, it was a 2v1 situation down there, and it was good effort by Bass to get her hand up in the way of that pass and deflect it and not lead to an easy, quick, wide-open bucket. Mismatch once again. Number 44 goes right over the top of the smaller Ella casing. That has been a predominant source of the of the Lassiter Trojans' offensive philosophy tonight, as Kofer goes up and cannot get it to go. Casing with a good second-ditch effort, but the ball sticks with the Lassiter Trojans' hands as they bring it up.
Chiefs move to a zone here again, which is what the Trojans used earlier to get number 1 open. I wonder if they'll do something similar here.
Yeah, watch the action with number 1 on the far side as the Lassiter Trojans three is off, but a great effort to crash the board, get the rebound, get in the perfect position, and have an easy layup wide open as Casing drives to the baseline, looks for options for herself. Walchel gets the ball back as Bass flashed across. Yarbrough calls a frustrated timeout as the Sequoyah Chiefs cannot set up some sort of offensive play there. That seems to be a lot of the Sequoyah Chiefs offense occasionally, them trying to set up an offensive play and collapsing whenever it doesn't fall apart, which is not good. And that was a product of what you saw there. Speaking of, welcome our fellow co-host,
Hello, guys. It's great to be here with y'all.
Jason Curl.
It's great to be here in the fourth quarter. This is some pure Sequoyah domination right here. We've seen some great plays from some great players. A lot of great highlights including from number 12 and number 32, Lydia Rogers, with 9 points today.
Yeah,
it's just been pure Sequoyah domination. I will say, Lassiter, they have been very sluggish today, but you cannot deny the greatness of Sophie Hortman, the James Madison commit in lacrosse. She has been a defensive menace out there today, playing her best game. Not the best points-wise, but she has done a great job on the defensive side of the ball, I must say.
You know, see, this is what I love when Jason gets on here. Starts dropping some ball knowledge. How we like that? Committed for lacrosse.
Yep, James Madison.
Here we go.
She's a great ranked lacrosse player.
Here we go. Yeah, what do you think about number 32 draining a couple of them threes out there?
I thought it was awesome. She had 2 in a row at one point, Lydia Rogers, and then she came off and then got taken out of the game, then came off the bench cold and drained one right in their face, and it was awesome.
Bass gets the ball poked away from her as one drives down the court. Her layup is off as Beck is fouled hard right in front of the ref. That's a egregious foul, especially not to call. I don't know what he was looking at as 4 comes down and fouls again. Get her off the court, arrest her. I don't know what she's doing. Bass with a good rebound and gets physically hit again. Seems to be hurting a little bit, but whatever. The refs aren't calling it, obviously, as the Trojans bring the ball up the court. One seems to be in her sweet spot to where all of her threes have been flying tonight. Wide open corner 3. Way off the mark as Bass gets the rebound. Jason, what do you think about the Trojans' offense tonight?
I thought it has not been as great as it has been. Oh, hold on. She just made another one. I thought it hasn't been as great as it has been. You know, they've had a couple games where they've scored a lot of points, but you know, I think it's a little bit of inconsistency. I think Sequoyah is exactly what you want to see out of this team, who's getting hot at the right time.
Absolutely.
And, you know, Sequoyah, a lot of their points scored today were from their depth off their bench rather than their starters, and I think that shows a lot about the coaching on this team and how good the depth is in Sequoyah.
Who's your favorite player that you think that whenever you come out of here?
Man, I don't know. There's so many to choose from. It is a great team, and they're truly a great unit. You know, obviously you got Carly Bass. She's awesome. She's incredible. Great player. You got Addie Kate Beck, Lydia Rogers, Harper Kofer, Sloan McGee. The list keeps going on. You got some great players here that can do great things, and I think that this team has a great chance to make a deep run in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, that's a great analysis there, Jason, and a great job mentioning the coaching staff and how great of a job they're doing. Oh, wow, that's unfortunate. Great cut by Sloan McGee, just a little too late. Beck gets called for the 5-second violation on the inbound play and cannot get the ball inbounds in time. However, great analysis and great job identifying the fact that a lot of the points from the Sequoyah Chiefs have been off the bench tonight.
I know.
And, I mean, that's a huge factor in every game. Having depth is huge, especially later in the season, like Jason was mentioning, because in a playoff run, you can't have the same people in the whole game.
That's
Lassiter
right.
has not learned that lesson by keeping in the exact same people the whole game, the only subbing for foul troubles, as Rogers' three is just a little off the mark. But great rebound by McGee. Finds Welchel, takes her time, sizes up her man, gets the ball poked. Davis back out to Beck. Strong drive, goes up strong, makes it. No doubt about that.
Eddie K. Peck, she's had a great game today. You see that right there, 15 points on the board. A huge contributor into this 51-point blowout here in the War Lodge.
Absolutely, as the Lassiter coach calls the timeout to stop the bleeding, as Charlie would say. But, yeah, like you were saying, this is Addie K. Beck's season high tonight, and she's been playing an amazing game. Threes from deep, layups consistent. That's exactly what you want to see from Beck and one of your greatest players. I mean, these guards are performing in peak form. Like, if we look at the depth, or we look at the stat chart tonight, it might not be Bass's day, which is all right, but if we look, it's Beck and it is Rogers night and everybody else, and Welchel and Casing who's playing good. You want good scoring distribution, scoring distribution, so when everybody's playing good, everybody's scoring, and it's money.
Colton, I agree firmly with what you just said. That was a great statement right there.
Thank you, sir.
And honestly, it's so great to see that your bench players can step up and give you some points, because that's honestly what you need, especially when a whole team's game plan revolves around shutting down one of your best offensive options. And that seems what to be the Lassiter's game plan was today, was to
McGee to Rogers. It's good. You bet. That's another one for Rogers. I've lost count. How many is that?
Jason, how many is that?
15 on the day, folks. Lucky number 15 for Lydia Rogers.
Is that her fifth three?
Yes, sir, it is.
That's money, and a great defensive effort by Davis there.
We'd love to see one more go down here from my boy Chasen.
Beck finds Welchel, back to Rogers. No heat check this time, but she finds Davis once again. As Welchel on the great cut, goes up strong, just a little off the mark. Surprised they didn't call a travel there, because that was, but the Trojans come to the ball with the takeaway.
You know, obviously, Lassiter's given up 54 here today, but I will say their defense has a lot of hustle to them. You know, I will give them the utmost credit. Their defense has been hustling, and you know, it hasn't been their day, but they're still going out there. They're making every rep count, and they're doing that to the best of their ability. I want to give them credit for that.
Absolutely. As the Chiefs elect to bring in their underclassmen youth here, but that's what you love to see, get some development for younger players to protect the future of the program, which Coach Yarbrough has done such an amazing job of doing during his tenure here.
And, you know, the future of this program looks really bright. You know, in 2 or 3 years, I think we're going to be all right. Obviously, and you're going to be losing players like Carly Bass and Addie Kate Beck. But, you know, I wouldn't be really worried about that. If you're a Sequoyah fan nervous about the future, don't be worried, because, I mean, you got to look at these junior varsity teams that have been really good over the past couple of years. I believe they won the championship last year, and this is most of what that team was. So you got to really think, I mean, I'm excited for the future.
Absolutely. McGee kicks it out. Great find. Back to McGee with the shot. Just
to
a
beat
little
the buzzer
off.
there. Almost went in.
Bear in mind here, wow, great layup. But bear in mind here, it's still the Lassiter Trojans starting varsity lineup versus the Sequoyah Chiefs freshman, sophomore lineups here, which is just a testament to them. I mean, if they can compete with these girls, then, you know, why can't they do it next year? And to speak to y'all's point about the future of this team, I absolutely agree with y'all. I think that this coaching staff does such a great job cultivating and creating and growing talent. But, I mean, if I'm a Chiefs fan, Lady Chiefs fan, I cannot wait for next year. Whenever you have seniors such as Carly and Addie Kate and Ella Casing leading this team, charging down the court, all more developed in a better spot than they have been. Lydia Rogers 1 year more developed, as that shot's nowhere near the hoop to end the game. what a great game from your Sequoyah Lady Chiefs. Wouldn't y'all say, boys?
I would say so, 100%. This is exactly what you want to see out of this team, who has been floating around 500 all year, and they're finally starting to get hot at the right time with the playoffs coming up here soon. I really am excited for this team. Hopefully they can do good in the region tournament, and then they can maybe get to the state tournament. We'll see.
Absolutely.
But
absolutely.
It's exactly what you want to see, especially from this coaching staff, who has been very, they don't know. It's a coaching staff who doesn't really know a lot of what they got. They didn't. They lost some good seniors last year, and now they're kind of figuring everything out, and it's really what you like to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Final score here from the War Lodge, 54-33. Your Chiefs take the W. We'll be back here shortly on a different stream for the boys game.